Hey guys, this is Mr. Simonini here. This video is about writing each standard form equation to factored form, or in other words, what we are doing is we're factoring. Now, you maybe you remember this. This is actually a review. It's a review of the X method. Now, remember with the X method, A times C goes up top, B goes on the bottom, and then you think about what are two numbers that multiply to whatever the top number is, and whatever adds to whatever the bottom number is. I'm going to do some examples with you, and then again, when you find those two numbers out, then you can write a binomial times a binomial, and you can change your standard form equation to factored form. And again, the word for that is factoring, and we're using X method. You're going to have to do 1, 2, 3, and 4 for today's assignment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5, 6, and 7, because that is going to be a review of factoring that's going to help you figure out 1, 2, 3, and 4. Anyways, how you do this? Again, we're using X method here. We're factoring. A times C goes up top. Again, there's no GCF, by the way. You always look for a GCF right away if you remember. There's no GCF here. So A times C goes up top, which is going to be 24. B goes on the bottom, which would be negative 11. Then you think to yourself, what are two numbers that multiply, if I can spell multiply to that and add to that. Now, if you need a little bit more help with this, again, there's multiplication charts out there. So if you need to look at a multiplication chart to help you out, you can do that. Go ahead. Look at the ones that equal 24. Whatever works. I've seen students in the past use that. But anyways, two numbers that multiply to 24. Again, you think of this first. You might be thinking 6 and 4. Well, 6 and 4 doesn't work because what's 6 plus 4? Well, 6 plus 4 is 10. 6 minus 4 is 2. That's not going to be a negative 11. Or you can't get to 11. So 6 and 4 is not your winner. Okay, how about 12 and 2? Well, 12 plus 2 is 14. 12 minus 2 is 10. Can't get to 11. 24 and 1. Again, I know I'm probably being annoying here. I'm going through all the other cases. But 25 and 23, that doesn't work. The one that does work, that could work maybe, is 8 and 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 plus 3 is 11. Well, I need negative 11. But remember, you can make both of these negative because a negative times a negative is a positive, and a negative plus a negative is a negative. Well, these are my winners. Remember, I have to write it out in factored form. So it'd be x minus 8, x minus 3. Now, those are interchangeable, meaning I could put x minus 3 first and then x minus 8. It does not matter what order you put it in, but that's what I got right there. All right, number 6. Number 6, again, in this case, a times c be negative 56. My b, be careful, not 0, it's negative 1. What are two numbers that multiply to 56? Now, again, if you need to look at the number chart, you can. I see 56 right there. So that would be 8 and 7. Okay, 8 and 7 it might seem like it could work. Because aren't they one away from each other? Oh, yeah, they are. Which one will have to be negative? Again, if you need to, take out a calculator here, you can take out a calculator to mess with the numbers too. You can use decimals.com. But the negative number will have to be 8 there, so it'll be negative 8. So my only answer here, okay, again, don't make it, that's wrong if you make 7 negative, okay? But anyways, in this case, since it's r, not x, it'd be r minus 8 and r plus 7. And there's your answer right there. Again, if you want to throw out y equals, you can if you really want to be technical, because technically it should be y equals. But anyways, if you get the y equals, no big deal. All right, 7 is your one that's a little bit different. In this case, a is 1, b is 0, c is negative 49. What are two numbers that multiply to negative 49 and add to 0? Well, whenever you have to add to 0, just take the square root of that number. That will help you out. What's the square root of 49? The positive of that number you should think of. Well, the square root of 49 will be 7 and negative 7. 7 times negative 7 is negative 49. 7 minus 7 is 0. So in this case, it would be x plus 7 again, if you want to be technical, it should have the y equals in front. Y equals x plus 7 times x minus 7. Anyways, these 3 problems are very much like the 4 problems you have to do up here. Again, if you need to look at McKee for a little bit more guidance, you can. It is a review of X method. It is something that we actually did in class. Again, you multiply to the top number and you add to the bottom number. If you need to use the multiplication table to help you out, you can. If you need to use decimals.com to help you out with the calculations, you can as well. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.